Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be looking at Elemental Weapon. It is a 3rd level Artificer, Druid, Paladin, Ranger spell. It says a non-magical weapon you touch becomes a magic weapon. Choose one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. For the duration, the weapon has a +1 bonus to attack rolls and deals an extra 1d4 damage of the chosen type when it hits. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using spell slots of 5th or 6th level, the bonus is +2 to hit, 2d4 damage, and then 7th or higher is +3 and 3d4 damage. This is a little bit different than normal because this is 3rd and 4th are the same, 5th and 6th are the same, and 7th, 8th, and 9th are the same. I don't know the advantage of casting it at level 4 because it's the same as level 3 unless you are out of level 3 spells, I suppose. But let's look at it because we're going to have to ask them 2 questions in this. We're going to ask them first what level they want to cast it at, and then we're going to have to ask them what kind of damage they want. And so we're going to have to ask those nested inside of each other. And if you go back to some earlier videos where I talk about nesting, the system gets confused when you're inside, when you ask one question inside of another question. And when you're dealing with commas, braces, brackets, and pipes, the system gets confused because it thinks that the comma inside of a question should separate the option from what happens, and it doesn't see it as it ends the code early, basically. So you have to use escape characters, and that's what these pink things are. So we're using the default template. Name is the title bar, elemental weapon, and then each row is encompassed in double braces. So the first row is going to be a non-magical weapon you touch. The second weapon is going to be concentration. This one is up to an hour, not a minute. A lot of concentration spells are up to a minute. So you're going to have to keep track of, you and your DM, that if that hour goes by and you've been damaged, you have to do your concentration check against any damage you take. And then here's our first question. So it starts question brace, cast at level. And then here's our options: level 3, level 4, level 5, and then a comma. And then what happens if you pick that option? So everything from here to the pipe is what happens if you pick level 3. And then the pipe gives you your second option, level 4. So all of these chunks are the same. The only thing that's different is the pluses to hit and the damage. And so it says for the duration, and then this is the escape character for a comma. You have to use that when you have a nested question. For the duration, comma, the weapon has a +1 to attack rolls, comma, and deals an extra 1d4. The system will roll a 1d4 for you. And then we're going to ask them the second question: what damage type do you want? So it's question mark, brace, damage type. And then this 124 is the escape character for a pipe. And then acid, comma, that's the escape character. And then acid gets returned. And then a pipe. And then cold, comma, cold gets returned, a pipe. And then different all the way to the end. And then thunder gets returned. And then this is a right brace, 125. And then damage gets concatenated on. And then another brace, and then it ends the pipe. So if you pick level 3, this is what happens. If you pick level 4, this is what happens. Pick level 5, this is what happens. And so level 5 and 6 are the same, +2 to hit and 2d4 damage. Level 3 and 4 are 1d4, and then level 7, 8, and 9 are +3 and 3d4. Now, this is not like normal programming language where you can do ifs and thens and case statements and stuff like that. You can't say if they pick level 3 or 4, then do this, or level 5 or 6. You can do that, but in the macros, you're much more limited. So in this case, we just put every level in it. If it repeats, it's no big deal. So we're going to run this whole thing, see how it works. So the first thing is what level? 3 through 9. We'll just go with 3. 3 is the level of spell, so you can't cast at level 1 or 2. And then what type of damage? And we'll just go with acid. That's fine. And here you go, non-magical weapon you touch, concentration up to an hour. For the duration, the weapon has a +1 to attack rolls and deals an extra 3 acid damage because we selected acid, and it's a 1d4. That's correct. So 4, if we run it at level 4, it should be the same. And we'll go with cold damage. So we picked cold damage, and it's 1d4. So now at level 5, it should change to 2d4. And let's go with fire. So it's a +2 to attack rolls and deals an extra 2d4, which in this case it rolled a 4. We did it at level 7. And lightning damage. Now it's +3 to attack rolls and 3d4 damage. So it's working the way it's supposed to. So that is the elemental weapon spell and macro. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any other macros you want to see, let me know. I'd really appreciate it if you'd like the video. And subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate you watching. Have a great day, and we will see you on the next one.